How did I build a business while I was still in school? If you guys don't know about me, my name is Colton Merrill and I sell coins for a living. So what that pretty much means is, I'll show you guys right here, just my desk. So I wanted to sit down and kind of tell you guys how I started and how I brought the business to where it is today while I was still in school, because obviously, you know, school takes up most of my time and I had to focus on that first. Because when I was in school and I was starting my business, there wasn't a lot of, you know, tips that I could find. When I was looking into this stuff over COVID, there just wasn't a lot of stuff that really spoke to me. So hopefully I can speak to you guys and help you guys understand a little bit more of, you know, how it works and what you need to do and all that good stuff. So let's get right into it. So, I mean, obviously first I had to figure out an idea. I always knew that I wanted to run a business and I wanted to, you know, make money selling something or buying something or, you know, whatever it was. I wanted to make money doing something that I loved. And honestly, at the moment, I really didn't have anything. You know, a few things happened and I ended up finding coins. So pretty much what the full story is I used to professionally ride scooters. Yeah, you heard that right. So I do coins and scooters. Two things that you don't really hear that often. So it's pretty much like BMX. You know, I did like flips and tricks and like tail whips and that kind of stuff, but on a scooter. And what happened was I ended up breaking a lot of my bones. I broke pretty much every bone in my face. You know, my skull, right here, my teeth, my nose. I mean, pretty much everything in my face. And, you know, after that, I kind of just decided to take a step back and we need to figure something out, you know, something else out. And I was actually sponsored at the time. And so instead of making money with that, I ended up, you know, I don't have any way to make money. And so what I had to do is I had to figure out something else that I wanted to do. And I ended up finding coins at a water park, actually. I found an older coin in change and ended up Googling it, and I found that it was worth more money than you know, the face value that it was worth. And then I ended up getting deeper and deeper and deeper, and now I'm a full-time coin dealer, so that's kind of cool. But, you know, that's the first step that you have to figure out is what you want to do. And I would say the easiest way to figure out what you want to do is you have to figure out a problem and you have to figure out a solution. If you can figure out a problem that people have and you can find a way to fix it, you can find a way to solve it, you're gonna end up making a lot of money. You know, what I wanted to do was I wanted to make sure there's a coin for everybody. I want to be the people's coin supplier, and what that means is I just have a coin that everybody could afford, everybody wants, and it's cool and it's rare and it's affordable. You know, there are a lot of people out there that only sell silver, only sell gold, or only do high value coins to people who have a lot of money. But, you know, at this point in time, it makes sense for me to just sell a lot more volume at a cheaper price to a lot more people, you know, build those connections, build those people to come back. And that's what I ended up doing. So if you can find out, you know, that's the problem that I solved was not a lot of people can go out and just buy a coin that's rare because they're all expensive. So I, you know, found a way to make it less expensive for them, and I feel like they all love it, you know? Next, you're gonna wanna figure out how you're gonna go about it. So what I do is I sell online, I sell at shows, that's pretty much it, honestly. I sell online and I sell at shows, and I sell a little bit, you know, on the side, not at shows, just like one-on-one kind of deal, but pretty much online or it shows. That's the two big ones. So pretty much what you need to figure out is where you're gonna do business. That's a big part. Where you're gonna do business and how you're gonna do the business. You know, when, where, how, what, why. The big five, you need to figure out what you're gonna do with your business. And once you figure out those, then you can pretty much move to the next step, which is where you're gonna get your product, your inventory. And so with me, I just go online and I look for deals and I try to pick up as much as I can, or I go to shows and I try to buy from there, or, you know, I buy collections from people who are selling their collections, and, you know, that's what I do. So you need to figure out what you need to do to get your collection, I'm talking in coin talk. You need to figure out what you need to do to get your product in and to get your product out. And then once you've done that, all you need to do is pretty much rinse and repeat. I'm trying to make this video as simple and as quick as possible without making it too in-depth. If you want an in-depth video, just give me a comment below and I'll make an in-depth video for you guys about pretty much everything that you need to do, you know, every single thing that you need to do. But this is probably the most basic and easy way to think about it, that I would explain it to like a 10-year-old. And, you know, once you rinse and repeat, then pretty much what you can do is, let's say, you know, you buy this item. Like, so let's say you're buying drinks, okay? And so you're buying this drink, and let's say you bought it for $2 and you sold it for $3. Then you pretty much went from $2 up to $3, which doesn't sound like a lot, but percentage-wise, that's a 50% increase, which is a lot. And so once you can do that, now you have 3, and then let's say we have to rinse and repeat again just to make it to that mark, and then you have $4. Okay, you sold 1 again. Now you have 4. Now you can buy 2, and so instead of making 50 cents every time or $1 every time, instead of making $1 every time, now you can make $2 every time, and then you can afford a new one each time you buy it. And so you just keep on going up and up and up. And let's say you do it like even once a day, just buy, one little thing a day, and you sell 1 thing a day, or, whatever level you're at in your business, you buy 10 things a day and you sell 10 things a week, yada, yada, yada. Once you get to that point, then you just keep rinse and repeating. Once you've done it like 500 times, and let's say you took that $2 and now it's worth $2,000, now you can buy, 200 items, and you can make $1 on each of those items. That's a lot of money, and then it adds up over time. Then you're making you're making a decent amount of money, and if you do that, once a week or once a month, whatever, and then once you get up to like the $10,000 mark, it's crazy, then you can make $1,000 every time you do it, and it's just absolutely insane. And, it's all exponential. That's pretty much what I'm trying to get at here, is it's all exponential. Getting to that first $100 is really hard, but then the next $100 is a little bit easier, and then the next $100 is a little bit easier than that, and, so forth. The first $1,000 is so hard. It's so tough because you don't have any money and you're trying to get there. But then once you get it, it almost feels as though the next $1,000 is just that much easier because you know what you're doing, you have more money, and you're going to get there eventually. It's just it's just the time that it's going to take. That's the same thing with, your first $1 million. If you've already hit $1 million, you've already made, $500,000, $750,000, $900,000, $999,999 one time. What is it again? If you just make it again, it's not as hard as you really think it is, because you've already done it once. You have that capital, you have the knowledge, you have everything that you really need to make it to that next milestone, which is a lot easier than you really think. If you cut it into smaller milestones, it makes it a lot easier. So let's say if you're trying to get to 1 million, it's like, oh, I'm only at 10,000. 1 million, that's way up there. That's way, way up there, right? But if you cut it into, if I'm only at 10,000 right now, let's get to 100,000 first. We need to get to 20, 30, 40, 50. Let's cut it into $10,000 marks. Well, that sounds a little bit more achievable. It's still the same number, but it sounds a little bit more achievable because you've cut it into different sections, and you have to, when you put out your plan, like, oh, this is what I'm going to do, this is how I'm going to do it, and it's going to take me this long. Pretty much just keeping your book straight, your numbers straight, and your head straight is going to get you where you need to go, and that is the best advice I could give you in this short of time. This is information that I wish I knew when I was starting out, and how I should have done things, and what I should have done differently, and I'm hopefully giving you guys some good information here. I feel like it was really good. I learned it, along the lines, and if I would have known every single thing that I know now in my business, I'd be a lot further. I know everybody says that, and it's kind of just like the thing to say, but it is really true. So you need to sit back, take a look at the whole big picture, break it down, look into things, every single thing you need to do, and relax and just have fun with it. Do it. The best part of creating your own business is, yes, it's very stressful, but it can also be very, very, very fun. So make sure you have a great time doing it. Great time. I want to hear all your guys' stories. Comment down below, if you have a story already. If you don't, that's okay. Tell me what you're going to do. Tell me what you're going to bring to the table. I hope everybody here has an amazing day. It is Super Bowl Sunday today. I'm filming, in different bits and pieces. Super Bowl this weekend. Who's going to win? Who's going to win? Who do you think's going to win? I'm not saying nobody. Let me know what you guys think. Have an amazing day, and I'll see you guys in the next episode. Goodbye.